Hello everyone. As you can probably tell from my voice, I am not CSW. He is graciously allowing me to put my first video on his channel for the time being. Just a little bit of info. I am DuckyDragonJ. I occasionally play with CSW and our friend Toshi when they're offline. And I consider myself as the more like strategic kind of person to play big strategy games rather than like what they like to play, which is like adventure games and stuff. What I have for you here today is a one of the best strategy games that's been out there in the community named Stellaris. It was developed by a company called Paradox. They make a lot of really good strategy games, and this one is a pretty like complicated one, but it's a real-time strategy where you basically build your own civilization and decide your fate. Pretty much decides the galaxy. So we're actually going to create our own empire here today, and I decided before this to try creating a faction kind of looking so you know Cosmo from Marvel. I am going to try making a character kind of like that. And they are going to be in a hive mind. I've never really played with them before. We're gonna do that. You can really role play with the game, but it it can get really crazy. Let's see. I like that one better. Let's see. So this is the first thing you could do. You could decide on the traits of your species. So this is what your species specifically is good at. Let's see, we should make them communal. I'm going to make them a psionic group, so I am going to make them very intelligent. But let us make, they are, no. That's not that one, we'll do that. We'll make them non-adaptive, so they like to be in their own place, but we will make them, which one do I have most trouble with? So this is food, this makes you have more energy, which is like the basic currency. This is minerals, which is used in another currency you use. I do want to make them researchers too. I'm going to go with minerals. You can find energy easier. So now you get to decide what kind of you get to decide what kind of place they will live on, and this determines what kind of planets they can settle in later in the game. I'm just going to give them a normal continental world to start out with. This doesn't really matter. This is what your people, like your backstory of your people. It is pretty important, depending on what you want to play as. I am going to be looking. It's an archaeological site. That's a pretty good one. Start as a subject. That's a pretty nice one as well. The Fallen Empire is like a really powerful empire that pretty much will decide. Like they spend most of the time dormant, but they have a chance of awakening and pretty much just trying to conquer the entire galaxy. But most, if you're in this origin, you basically are under a subject of the Fallen Empire, and he will just send you tons of good stuff your way, aid and other things. Man, no, I don't want to do that one. Some of these might be good, just more pops being in there. That's not a good one. You know what? Because actually, yeah, we'll do void trailers. And call it actually. That's where you find him supposedly. Right, so we have to pick the Geostope consciousness, and this gives us the ability to choose either machine intelligence or hive mind. And these are your government civics, so this is something your government will run off of bonuses. We will give them. No, I don't want that. I don't want to be like a empires. Okay. So you can get 2 civics. Ascension effects, no. That is actually pretty nice. Ooh, more research is pretty good. Let's. You know, I'm going to do the research one. That is a pretty nice one. Oh, we can't be a void driller if we have Geostope. Alright, that's. We could do Shattered Ring World. That's another. We'll do that. We'll do the Shattered Ring World. Alright, Empire name. Cosmo Hive. Yeah, good.
We are one.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. Yeah, you could. Yeah, you could do a lot of role playing with this, but I'm just going to do the paradox symbol. And do some of my. That's a good color. You can also choose the customization of any of these. I'm just going to go with. Nah, I don't like the picture blocky. Yeah, there's a lot of. So the only problem about this game is there's a ton of DLCs for it. I currently have the Aquatic Species Pack, the Distant Stars, Synthetic Dawn, Leviathan, Nemesis, Federations, Megacore, and Apocalypse. The only other major DLC I do not have is Overlord. The rest of these are all store packs, which will add like one origin and a faction you could play as and a bunch of other stuff. What is wrong with my traits? Okay, my ruler name. No, we'll make him. Yeah, hive mind. Yep. You can change the color of your. Cosmo's red, isn't he? Like, yeah, he's a red. It doesn't matter. Anyway, once you're done, you can save, review everything, and then hit done. And then you can decide how the game is going to go. I'm going to do a large. Can I do a random? No. We'll just do a normal wing. I don't really care about that. Advanced AI starts, we don't want any of those. That's pretty I'm still trying to learn the game. There's a lot of complications in it. We'll just do one Marauder Empire. If this video gets like 5 likes, I will go and make another one, but I am going to basically so I'm planning for another video, but if nobody really watches it, I'm just gonna end it here. Our world is fine. Yeah, I don't want crisis strength boosted because we don't know. Mid game, start year. Let's see. Yeah, let's start pretty early on. There, we'll do that. Make sure you're off. Yeah. Again, I'm still trying to learn. There is the civilian, which is huge bonuses, but we'll just do the rare bonus for people. Then this is normal, where no one gets any bonuses, but again, I'm still trying to learn the game, so that's fine. I have these like on normal settings that I've done before, so yeah. Guaranteed wormhole pairs, yeah. And gateways cavern, yep. L gates, yep. And Xeno compatibility. Okay, that's fine. I have no clue what that is, but I will begin our first game. Also, I am been having trouble with my computer lately, so if this recording just shuts down halfway through, like mid-sentence, or just seems weird, it's because my computer decided to freeze up. So you get to just another review, maybe a little bit of backstory, which is pretty cool. But here is our ring world. Yes, so you can see it can be very complicated. So first, let's start with the resources here. You have your energy, which is your base function. It's basically just money. This is the stuff you use to pay if like everything requires energy upkeep. But yeah, it's just basically money. These are minerals. This is what you use to build stuff like stations, buildings, more ships, and other things like that. And then food is just, food. Consumer goods is what you use to make people happy, but also you use it to transform consumer goods into more items like alloys or rare materials. This is your influence. This determines your like if you need to claim new sectors, you will have to use influence to do it. Diplomacy uses influence. Claiming another person's territory uses influence. So it's the big map kind of version. And yes, as you can see, the game is massive. Each one of these is a star, which will have something random in it. We only have our ring world in it because we chose that orange perk. Unity is what you use to determine your traditions of your people to give bonuses, and it's like basically your people united together to work together. This is how much science you are outputting. We actually have more science right now because we have our ring world, and so we have more engineering science. This is your empire size. You don't want this to go over 100 or else you get a penalty, but this determines, this kind of limits how much stuff you can get. Your envoys are used in diplomacy and other first contact events, and you could even later espionage if you finally find someone. This is obviously how many people you have in there. This is your star base, which is these things. You can build up more of them. When you claim new sectors, you can upgrade them into a star base and give them certain modules like a shipyard or a or what this is, solar panel network. And then you could also, so with defenses, you could build defense platforms to increase its defenses, and then you could build ships with the shipyard. And then finally you have your naval capacity. So this is how much ships you can have total. And then there's fleet capacity, which is how much the fleet can hold in their amount. So I can have 30 ships, but if I can't have 30 ships in one fleet, basically, at the time being. You can increase this many different ways. So first, let's take a look at the research. There is, you get 4 research options. Later, you can unlock abilities to get more. But you have to, basically, each one will unlock new pathways. So if you want to get to a certain research bit, you have to unlock other research whatever they're called, tech trees. It's like a tech tree that you can't really see. You have to just explore and hope you get a random roll. I'm gonna get that for some more energy. This is nice because it gives me a sum of unity, so I can get my first tradition much faster. And I don't see really anything good there, so I'm just going to boost more research in the future. So this is our science ship. This is what we use to explore new galaxies, find anomalies, and do a lot of different research things. So I'm actually going to go here because this is a choke point that you want to do. So when you first start out, you want to look around for choke points and send your science ship to survey it, because once you are finished surveying, you can go to your construction ship and take control of it by building an outpost. And once you build an outpost, you can actually access the resources there. And then we have our planet. So I'm still trying to learn this, but what I basically found is these determine how many of these buildings you can have. These determines how many special buildings will give you. Not only will it give you like more jobs for your mineral, or not for your alloy and consumer good jobs that are over here. They will also give you an option to build more special buildings. The generator section not only gives you more energy, but it also again opens up more space for your maintenance area. So you can have, so we have 7 right now. If I built another one of these, we'll get some more. As you can see, more tech drone jobs. Minerals for minerals, farming for farming, and this up here determines how many districts we can build. Currently, we can only build 4. So I'm actually going to start off by I can't build, I'm lacking. So yeah, as you can see, I am significantly lacking in that kind of stuff. So we can't really do any building. Population, this kind of determines your output. You can mess around with this and deprioritize and prioritize things. Oh, maintenance drones give food. Okay. Wait. Oh no, he gives amenities. Okay, that's pretty good. Amenities is like your happiness. If more amenities you have, the happier people are, and the better like production you'll get. And this also contributes to stability. Housing is how much people you can have in your place. That's available jobs. You don't want employment, obviously, or crime. Those are pretty much bad. Okay, I am going to start us off on normal speed. So our science ship is on his way. He is going to fly to the spot where he can jump, and then he will jump. It takes a few days to do it, but once he arrives, he will start scanning each of the planets for anything, resources, anomalies, and you'll see what I mean by anomalies later when we get our first one. It's not going to be it's not going to be any time in the future. It's going to be really close. So let's see. Honestly, this is the slow part of the game. You definitely want to slow it down once you hit mid-game. So we always start out at the year 2200. So always keep that in mind when you start playing the game. Once you hit, I think we set our time to 250. Once we hit 50 years from now, we will start the mid-game, where the mid-game crisis will, or mid-game event will happen. Which is a big event, and also you will have a lot more access to more powerful technologies. The galactic community will open. A lot of stuff will happen when mid-game rolls around. Then later we'll have the end game at 450, I believe I put at. And the end game starts, again, more technologies, but also will start the end game crisis, which is a world-destroying event that will pretty much destroy the entire galaxy if you do not stop it. And it can be very dangerous, but if you, a bunch of your allies can unite to defeat it, you get a bunch of bonuses out of it, and you can become pretty powerful. So it looks like we surveyed our first system. Some planets will have nothing, as you noticed. He just moved over here, and we didn't find anything. But some of those will have stuff. So we are going to select our first tradition. Good tradition to start out with. Subterfuge. I did have a psionic. There is a psionic some here. Oh, I have to unlock the psionic thing first. Okay. We're going to survey the system. Alright, let's pause that for a second. We're going to do tradition here because that gives us a bunch of bonuses to Unity. Alright, we surveyed the system and didn't find much, but we can now actually claim it, so that is what we're going to do. It looks like we got our first tradition again. Let's see, leader lifespan, leader upkeep, synapses drones produce. Well, that's pretty nice. We'll do that. So you can only get this if you have the hive mind trait. That is a tradition only the hive mind can unlock. And I know you can be psionic, which is weird that I did not see the psionic tradition, but we'll worry about that later. Alright, so now that we have enough, sweet. Right, now that we have enough, I am going to build our first industrial district there. We also usually have a problem with food, so I'll build that too. We have surveyed the system. Not a lot of stuff around here, which is kind of strange. Alright, stability. That's always very nice. I'll have you build mining stations so we can start gathering those resources. Mining stations will take 1 energy to keep up, so you'll never see just something with 1 energy, so it can be worth building a mining station over it. But we'll basically get 2 more minerals and 3 more energy. As you can see, there's a lot of ways to get more resources, but there's also going to be a lot of things later in the game that will suck up a lot of resources. So you just have to be careful. Technology conceived. Awesome. Alright. Let's see here. This is what I was talking about. This is an anomaly. So an anomaly is a special little event that you can do where you can send your research to take some time and figure out what was going on, and it gives you different rewards depending on how skilled the researcher is, what the event is, and other kinds of things. This is pretty challenging, which means it's a level 4 and we have skill 1, so we are actually going to leave B for now because we are not ready to research that yet. It's just depending on how your level, that also depends on how much, that determines how much time it will take before you will be able to research, finish researching it. So these little things right here, these are potential worlds that we can colonize if we survey them and see if they are. I'm going to do leader upkeep. That is nice. Determine how much we have. So we should have our first technology produces. See, it tells you what you produce here. Good. Alright, so we got our. I'm going to get more edicts, which we'll explore later. We just don't have enough for anything right now. That's the only one I can grab right now, currently. But we'll look at edicts. I'm pretty sure, yeah, we can't do anything with it right now. Edicts basically determine what you are going, like it gives you a boost for spending. You can have an upkeep of whatever this is. But you can, I'm going to set you over here. You can spend edicts, and these are edicts, how many edicts you can keep active. It's got an upkeep cost, but it'll give you a bonus, a large bonus. So this gives us better, more star bases, and we can build them faster for the to grab more territory. But we cannot really afford that right now. I don't want to lose most of my Unity production. So we because of our origin, we started with a shattered ring world, so we only have one section we have, but we can actually rebuild these other parts of the ring build. Yeah, we can rebuild these Havel sections. Actually, no, these are. Oh, we were extremely lucky. Oh my gosh, this is a very rare chance where your sections of the ring world are not shattered. If they were shattered, you would be able to rebuild it.
Technology conceived.
I'm actually surprised how lucky we were on that roll. I'm going to do research speed increase, so that's going to boost our research speed share. Ooh. So these are just these are called events. So events just happen randomly. Some of them are minor events like these. Others will be planned events where if you like discover a like there's in the Leviathan story back, you can get big creatures that will sit in a system, and you can interact with them and try to get different rewards by doing different things. But this is just something completely random. So we found. Oh, never mind. This is just a discovery thing. So we found, I think, primitives on one of these planets. Let's see. Where did he? Oh, outside of. Okay, never mind. Alright, so we are going to research our last thing, and this will. Okay, so this determines what we are going to do when we our first contact. So when we meet an alien, it will start an event called the first contact chain, and I think I'm just going to do cautious. So basically, when I do that, it means we are not going to be eager to find them, but we're not going to be hostile either. You could choose all kinds of different things. Alright, let's see, what can we do here? So there's a lot. These are ascension perks. These are big bonuses you can get that will give you tons of different things. So you can become the Crisis and pretty much dominate the galaxy and just absolutely wipe it out. That takes a lot of stuff, but I actually can't become the Crisis. That is actually pretty good. That's pretty interesting. Let's see, where is my... There... Hive Worlds, no. There is a... No? Really? Really? There was a trait called Mind Over Matter. Do I not? That is so weird. So there's a way to become psionic, but I can't figure that out truly. We'll do one vision to give us more unity. It's always pretty nice. Because the more unity we can get, the more traditions and we can complete, and the more ascensions we can achieve. Alright, so let me build. Let's see, what is a hive? What are housing and amenities? Research labs, research silo, sentinel post, Okay, this is an easy one. He's level 2, and there, he's level 2, so we are actually going to research that. I'm going to get this. Turns minerals into alloys. Good, leader. Gained a level. Okay, so when you see this symbol, that means there is blockers you could clear. These will give you the ability to open up more of these areas. Good. He gained a trait. Oh, he gained paranoid. No, that's not good. That is not good at all. I'm actually going to claim that system. It's got a pretty nice cluster of resources. So while researching anomaly, he pauses scientists will pause all other things he was going to do, such as surveying, to finish researching. Once he's done, he will continue back on his researching. Okay, Mum Fact Pilot. Interesting. So this is all we get from it. Treasure fate, which gives us more society research. Now, some of those anomalies will actually do different things depending on what kind of a group of people you are. Like, if you are not, I might say, machine intelligence, and you find something about robots, you could actually do something different about them. Remnants. That might lead to something later, but I don't believe it is quite important currently. See, the game can be pretty big and get pretty crazy, but we are just starting off right now. This right up here, by the way, is strategic resources. These are extremely important for later in the game because there are a lot of buildings or like a lot of upgrades to buildings or ships or whatever will require these materials to do anything. Alright, so
technology conceived.
We got metal, ceramic metal armor. Let's build up our. Alright, so we got a better armor, so we're actually upgrade our ships with that. Head looks like this
is complete.
Good. I'm going to actually build up another science ship. It's always nice. I should have done this much earlier in the game. It's always nice to have a second science ship to go research things. So it tells you all the problems of having a high empire stream. You can reduce your empire with certain buildings and research even. We're going to do pop code speed. That is nice. Getting more pop. Alright. So a science ship cannot do anything until... that's nice. More anomaly research. He cannot do anything until he gets a scientist on it to survey things. We're going to send him in the other direction. We're going to claim these 3 systems before we continue research here because it looks like those 3 are the only points. Alright. Cleared a blocker, which gave us another district to build. So I'm going to build one of those. Again, build one of those. Let's see. I'm going to build up 2 more Corvettes. You can even, no, that's not it. You can go to Ship Designer and design your ships and what they have. So combat in the game. Let's talk about combat for a bit. Combat is kind of complicated. So you have different weapon types. You have kinetic, you have laser, and you have missile. And each one does different things to different, like each one has different effects. So red laser will, there we go. See, it has a power usage of 5 and it does 6 to 16 damage, while a mass driver does 5 to 16. However, a mass driver, let's see, pretty sure, no, it doesn't have better tracking. Let's see, tracking is the same. It has better range, the mass driver, than the laser. The laser also is more accurate. However, it does do less damage to shields. So when you have best way to counter laser, a heavy laser faction is to put a bunch of shields, so they do less damage. And then mass drivers will do more damage to shields, but less damage to armor. Missiles, they penetrate shields, which means they can pretty much ignore it. However, they're slow firing, but they do more damage. And they are accurate, but they don't have good tracking, which means they might not get to the target. And they also can be pretty easily shot down by point defense systems. On top of all that, when you see, so this number right here means your military power. It says right there, it is the estimate of the combined offensive and defensive capabilities of the fleet. Having a higher power is good, but and obviously the farther away the power is, the more guaranteed you are going to win a battle. But just if you fight a fleet that's higher power than you, it might not necessarily mean that you are going to lose. It's just depending. That also just tells you the average, so you can determine how powerful that fleet is. What really determines it was the what you have equipped to your ships and what kind of technology you got on them. Let's see here. No, you're done? Alright, good. I'm going to build a research station there for the society research. You are the... leave me for now. That's not... We are not going to research that just yet. Just as I thought, these are the 3 choke points we're going to claim for now. Right here. So once you are done with that, I am actually going to say... Yeah, research this whole system, yeah. You can tell if you research this system or not. Oh, no, maybe not. I thought you could. Never mind. Don't mind me. I'm just, again, still learning the game here. Okay, this is an event. So we have detected the presence of a pre-FTL, which is basically pre-FTL means like people can't travel in space yet. 203 system. Alright, they invented the early steam age. Okay, they're beginning to make vehicles in early factories by powering steam engines, building an observation post. Oh, that's awesome.
Construction is complete.
We will. Well, we can't do that yet, but we will actually just move there for now. So, ooh, contact pre. Yep. They may not be capable of spaceflight, but they're intelligent. Interesting. So, recently they just Paradox just came out with a DLC called First Contact, which once you get, you can actually do really cool stuff with these kind of things where you find pre-FTL civilizations. You can research, like, observe them from afar, interfere in their situation, and enlighten them or subjugate them. There's a lot of new events you can do with it with these guys, but we do not have that DLC. So
Found an anomaly.
oh, routine, good research. Now, the good thing about Paradox, what I love about them, is when they come out with DLCs, they actually come out with a patch alongside it, and that patch will patch up some broken things, but it also will add in some bits of the new content from the DLC into it, so that people can play, like they can see it and they go, oh, this is actually something that's pretty nice. I should get the, the whole, I should get it now, since it's pretty decent. I do. Oh, this is the anomaly. Curious. Interesting. Alright, we're going to do prosperity to get some more.
Technology conceived.
Get some more special resources. You done surveying? He's about to be.
We have surveyed the system.
Alrighty. So this is a pretty nice start. We've gotten a very lucky roll on our ring world. We've going to build a, we've gotten the special. Why are we not producing any consumer goods? I have this built. Population. Who produces our goods? That doesn't do any humanities and unity. Research Foundry. Okay, so apparently we need to get the
system.
Oh, research that. That's a interesting one. All right. Get more food. Oh, you're investigating. So he finished surveying, but there was an anomaly on that very last point. And well, what a better way to almost end the video with the exciting part of finding first contact with an alien. So, first contact does not mean we found another alien species. Sometimes it even is just creatures. Let's see here. Oh, an L-gate. And yes, that is another civilization. We need that immediately. Okay. Hold on one second. We are going to send you over here immediately. Survey that system. That is an L-gate. L-gates are pretty... I have never unlocked them yet. I've just seen someone done it before, but they're pretty powerful. They start the L-gate event chain, which gives you a random event, and some of it can be good, some of it can be bad. But once you finish that event, it will also open up a L-gate cluster out here, which allows you to access really good, like plentiful resourced stars out where no one else, unless they have an L-gate open in their territory, they are not able to access it. So you can make yourself rich with resources that no one else has.
Technology conceived.
Now this, we are going to send our envoy there to... Okay, observed by the cosmos. Okay, that's just people talking about it. Talking about, hey, we found someone, that's cool. Alright. Another first contact. This is interesting. So we found it in Cosmo. Interesting. I need to... This is probably something to do with the ring world. They might be in here, the habitable section. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I have never seen that pop up in. So there's no one in there. None of neutral fleet, an alien vessel. So it's something to do with on the ring world itself. That is quite the surprise to me. I have never done a ring world or hive mind, so I'm going to be learning as well as you. Alright, so the ad's talking about the L cluster. It has been deliberately... So we need to...
Our situation log is updated.
So this is the situation log. It allows you to see a bunch of different missions that pop up, but we have the L-gate cluster, so this event. So this tells us we need to find insights, which will allow us to unlock the L-gate cluster. We get insights by finding these, or... there's a bunch of different stuff apparently. There's like research you can do. There's some events that will even give you one. Let's see, Tectron output, but increase the... We can't even keep up with that, so we're not going to do that. Alright, so finish researching. Please, please, please don't take over. Why is it slowest? I want the slowest. I really hope if that person takes over, I'm going to have to invade. For the time being, appears to resolve inclusion. Oh, this is our side ship. Ship exiting a hyperlane at maximum velocity, ram the moon. I see. Remarkable. Gain a lot of science for that. Alright, we are going to send. Can I? Ooh, I could, but I don't want to because by the time he gets there, it's going to be surveyed. We're going to send you over here. We're going to actually build up our starbase. Actually, no, first build an observation post. We're going to turn...
We sense spaceborne life.
What?
We have surveyed the system.
Ooh, the MEM aliens. Oh, that's who these are. Yeah, okay, MEM aliens. Okay, they appeared in Cosmo, because... Alright, I see. These are just the Tanaki. Tanaki are quite peaceful if you leave them alone. They're basically space squid. They can be pretty dangerous if you actually attack them, but you can learn a lot from them. If you kill them and like dissect them, or you can just passively research them for another path. Oh, good Screeching Abyss was achieved. Hurry up.
Our construction is complete.
Yeah, I really want that. So yeah, we can actually do a little different policies. So this determines what we do with, why can't we... All must be found. Yeah, I don't have any of those. Oh, non-interference. Here, that's why. Can target, can review tone. Can target certain only. Yes, I don't want to invade them. Alright, so yeah, we're gonna covertly check them out here. I'm actually going to build a spy network among them, and just it could be, yeah, you can do crazy things with them to see what they do. So spy network formed on their world to replicate them. Interesting, yes. Alright. So mammalians are over there. That's a relief. Alright. So I am building this up as a station to help defend this section because it is a choke point. What is this guy doing? I beat you to it. Yes, it was a science missile. Never mind. I was about to say if that's a construction missile, I beat you to it. It is my L-gate. He came from over there, so let us survey that system first. We're going to go on for about an hour, so we have about 13 minutes left.
Our construction is complete.
This is a interesting place. Oh, it's a it doesn't, you can't have shields working. Okay, so we still haven't discovered them. Roamed plains. Oh, pre-sapiens. So these are just these are people that just walk around.
Our construction is complete.
Sweet. Alright. Let's build a shipyard there, and then we will build. Where's this? Produces energy. That's nice, but I'm going to put that. And then I am going to build the good old communications chamber. I am building an energy grid. Which gives us more energy from our maintenance Tectrons, which is nice. I'm actually going to go on here and spend our last one on a mineral, because we're starting to get low on minerals there.
Technology conceived.
Get some survey speed. 10 energy. Sheesh. Alright, let's start surveying our systems over here. I'm going to build a second construction ship. We actually got better shields. We're going to upgrade our ship there.
Our construction is complete.
Ah, good. We finally got our. Is nice. Reduce the upkeep of things. Alright.
Technology
We're going to go build an outpost over here. And again, build an outpost over here. Alright, our engineering is done, so we should get more minerals soon. Oh, mining. Good. That's exactly what we need. Minerals. The music for this game is also pretty awesome. There's a lot of mods, a lot of DLCs. The game is really good because it is very playable. You can have a high replayability rate. You can play the game many times and still find new stuff, or at least you can find like new ways to do stuff with certain guys. Ooh, a natural wormhole. Interesting. That is a sideshow. Good. You can, so these go to one other place, another system, and that's actually pretty decent. It might be important to claim. Oh gosh, run, we gotta destroy that asteroid.
We have found an anomaly.
Leave it for now because that was challenging. So it's gonna come and destroy our. Go to visit, reveal our presence.
We have surveyed the system.
Yeah, so we can mess around
Our
with
construction is complete.
And yeah.
Our construction is complete.
Good. So while that is happening, you are done. Go research the awareness increased, so they have low awareness.
Hostile swarm engaged.
Alright, good.
Our construction is complete.
Destroy that planet. Construction complete. Let's build stations there because that had a lot of good resources. You go build stations there. I'm gonna destroy that rubble. Routine. Alright, research it.
We sense spaceborne life.
We sense spaceborne life. Oh, natural wormhole. If it can only be stabilized. Ooh, more Tanaki. They came through the wormhole. So Tanaki, go and find gas giants because that's what they eat. They eat something from the gas. How are you guys doing? Yeah, destroy it. To carve blade. Interesting. Good. Aside from having witnessed, I have no idea how close to extinction they just came. Nor will they. Regain minerals from the asteroid. I'm going to actually set your station to that. Return base. Oh, whoops. I accidentally turned them off. That's
Technology
I was trying to see it, but let's see. How are we doing on this? Are we... Okay, yeah, weird heat blobs. We surveyed, good.
Our construction is complete.
Good, good, good. We are now
Construction
getting...
is complete.
Good. We are getting a healthy boost of energy and science. So, now I want you to head down here so we can grab that in the wormhole. Because if we can grab this wormhole and then grab wherever it get over to wherever it leads to and take over that system, we can have 2 points rather than just be hemmed in for when we meet our first civilization. Because they can close their borders and cut us off from that section completely. So I do not want to become good.
We have surveyed the system.
Good, good, good. They'd rather have. They mean to be individuals rather than high mind. Poorly coordinated. I like the dialogue. Like, depending on what you are, the dialogue is quite interesting. Oh, they're receptive. Good. That means they're people who want to be me. Ooh. Orbital shipyard. Leapy for now.
Our construction is complete.
Let me see. Is it? No, it's just on there. Okay. I see.
Technology conceived.
Oh, good. More survey speed on there. Alright, basic combat roles. We will go and survey that last system. Good. Let's see, you are a xenophile. So they love me. Good, good. They are authoritarian and spiritualists. Interesting. They are different. Alright. So we discovered our first guy. I don't know what to do with you. I'm actually just gonna mining stations. Get that delicious energy. I'm going to send you further in a bit. Alrighty. And I believe that is where we're going to leave off. We just made first contact. We've gotten some good discoveries on L-Gate and a natural wormhole. We found a pre-FTL civilization and saved them from destruction. Found space cows. I think that's a pretty good place to end it. It's a nice beginning. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Again, if I see like enough views or people like it enough, I will definitely start another stream or recording of this game, and we'll continue on with our civilization. Thank you all for watching, and definitely go subscribe to CSW.